Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric Street Photography blog. Currently enjoying a nice espresso in the morning, and also big shout out to my buddy Rob for giving me this little espresso cup from Cafe Grumpy in New York City. Rob, always think about you every time I take a shot. And I could be kind of a grumpy mother friend sometimes. Anyways, I want to share some thoughts on how to become unstuck in your photography, life, art, etc. So this is an analogy. Imagine like you're in tar. You're stepping in tar, you're looking down, and inch by inch you're slowly sinking into this tar. You're like, holy shit, I'm going to fucking die. And you struggle, you move around, but the more you struggle, the deeper you sink. And slowly but surely keep sinking, you keep sinking. And eventually the tar comes up to your chest, starts to engulf your neck, starts going inside your mouth and your throat. You feel it going inside your throat, and you start asking yourself, okay, I'm gonna die. You've accepted it. Have I done everything in my life to be a good human being? Did I tell my loved ones how much I appreciated them? Did I do meaningful work on this planet while I was still alive? And you're dead. I think this is an apt metaphor for our life. So a lot of us feel stuck. We feel like we're in this tar and we're fucking sinking or dying. But what we don't realize is that we don't see it, but the rope, the invisible rope, is actually right in front of us, and we could grab that rope and pull ourselves out of the tar if you wanted to. Another analogy is that we're all living in golden cages, or we're all in prison. So imagine you're a prisoner in prison. There's all the security guards and then the officers, and then there's the prison system. And you're always hating on you're always complaining, yeah, fuck, I wish I wasn't in prison, this fucking sucks, I wish I had freedom, stupid prison guards have the keys and blah. But you're inside this golden prison, this cage. You have the key. You have the key to free yourself if you wanted to. Because to be frank, and once again, I'm only speaking for Americans. I'm sorry for the rest of the world. It's actually quite shitty. I think in America, you don't need more than $1,000 a month, maybe $2,000 a month. If you got kids, family, I don't know, maybe $3,000 a month. You really don't need that much. I did calculations for me and Cindy. We probably, between the both of us, living in San Francisco Bay Area, Berkeley, we don't actually need more than $48,000 a year. So why is it that we are always fucking slaving away at these shitty jobs that we hate? Because we're prisoners to paying our mortgage, to caring about what other people think about us, keeping up with the Joneses, to buy that Beamer, to always have the newest iPhone, whatever it may be. So no, you already have the key, and you're not a prisoner at work. You could quit. Like, you could go today and be like, hey boss, I love you, I'm putting in my 2 weeks, no hard feelings. You have the power to do that. One of my buddies, Nassim Taleb, a philosopher I love, he taught me that when he worked full-time as an investment trader on Wall Street or something, he wrote a letter to himself saying that it was essentially his resignation letter. He wrote his resignation letter the first day he started working at the company. So he kind of never felt like a slave. And he slaved away for like, I don't know, 20, 30 years and made a few $1 million in investments. When the markets crashed, he actually bet, kind of like The Big Short, he bet on the crash, and therefore he made a bunch of money. And now he's a full-time philosopher, which is pretty cool. So similarly, you have the power to unlock yourself whenever. And like another analogy, like in The Matrix, you could take the red pill or the blue pill. The red pill is reality. Reality fucking sucks. It's like you're living in this squalid, horrible situations. Whereas the blue pill, you're gonna be like Cypher from The Matrix, talking to Agent Smith, even though you know the steak isn't real, you still love the taste and you love this false reality in which you're living in. And so know that you have the power to take the red pill. I feel like I've taken the red pill. I studied sociology in school. I'm very grateful to my teachers, Terry Anderson and Mark Jepson at UCLA. I studied sociology there. And I finally felt like I was able to unlock the key inside my head and inside my heart, that I was like, screw all of these social norms and outside perceptions of me. I'm gonna do what feels right to me. I'm gonna follow my passion in life. And once again, I'm very, very lucky. I'm one of the very few and lucky who can make their passion their living. But I think if anyone, okay, so this is my theory. If you, let's say you have a passion in life. I don't know, let's say it's stamp collecting or whatever. If you worked on your passion 12 to 14 hours a day, that's what I do, 7 days a week for 5 years, common sense tells me you should be able to earn at least $40,000 US a year. And this is once again assuming if you're living in America. So the only way to become financially independent, it's hustling. It's listen to a lot of hip hop artists. My favorite, Dr. Dre, came up from the projects. Now he's worth, I don't know, like 800 million, a billion. I don't know. He sold beats. He has a song called "Work," and one of my favorite lines from the song is, "I'm rich as fuck, but guess what? I'm back to work." And it's talking about how his family and friends always want to distract him from his work, but he's staying focused on his work. Another person I really admire, Jay-Z, came from the projects. He learned the art of hustle, and now he's worth $700 million, him and Beyonce. And that's really the only thing that God has given us, is the ability to work hard, to hustle, to grind. If you're playing video games, like if you play Diablo or you play World of Warcraft, there's something called grinding. Any role-playing game like this, is that you have to kill like fucking 5,000 level 5 orcs to level up. And the reason why it's called grinding is that it's like grinding your teeth. It's not pleasant. It sucks. You sit there and you're clicking for hours on end. But by grinding hard enough, you could level up. So real life is an RPG. If you grind hard enough, and you're lucky, and Bale drops the legendary swords or whatnot, you could gain your freedom, become unstuck. Some other ideas on how to become unstuck. Know that right now, you can make art right now. First of all, you're already an artist. Everybody was born an artist, but the question is, how do you stay an artist as you get older? Hashtag Pablo Picasso. We're all given this inner artist and creativity when we're children, but as we get older, your teachers say, shut up, sit down, take these tests, take this Ritalin, take this Prozac, take this fucking Lexapro, and this is something that's being really sad. We're giving drugs to our kids to become good test takers, rather than saying, wait a second, are these tests the correct thing we should be doing to our kids, or should we let our kids actually be more creative? So use your iPhone, your smartphone, Android phone, whatever. Make photos. Use VSCO to process your photos. Use a Visco social app. I don't use Instagram no more. I deleted that shit because Instagram is owned by Facebook. So Instagram, just think of Instagram as Facebook at this point. What Instagram is trying to do is have you to be addicted to the platform, kind of like a cocaine dealer. And to be honest, every time you check your Instagram, you get a bunch of likes. You know, I get this dude, like, you feel good, like you get your hit. But they essentially just want you to be a slave to the platform, so you can end up being addicted to it and clicking more ads. And Facebook is mining your personal data so they could find out what you want to buy before you want to buy it. So for example, Facebook knew that I wanted to buy a new iPhone. And I was like, Eric, you don't need a new iPhone. You don't need a new iPhone. Don't be a consumerist slave, blah, blah, blah. And then I was checking Instagram one day, and then it's like Steph Curry shooting like a half-court free throw, sinking it, and then ad, shot on iPhone. I'm, oh, fuck. And then this is the weird, subtle way psychology of marketing works, is that if I bought an iPhone, I could be Steph Curry. And being raised in the Bay Area, I got mad love for the Warriors and Steph Curry, who I think is amazing. So I'm not immune to advertising, and to be frank, I don't think none of us are. Use your iPhone to make art. You download those drawing apps, those sketching apps. There's like a bajillion of them in the App Store. Use your finger to draw shit. Use your iPad. I'm actually recording this video on an iPad Air, the first one. This tablet's probably like 4 years old and it still works fine. Use your iPhone. Use the digital camera you already own. Buy a disposable film camera at the drugstore. Process it yourself. Buy a copy of film notes. The reason I love street photography is that for me, when I worked my 9-to-5 job and I had 200 emails in my inbox waiting to be answered and I was feeling stressed out, I just go on a nice little walk and make photos with my my DSLR. I was shooting with a Canon 5D original with a 35 f2 Canon lens, and I would just walk for like 15 minutes. I'd feel like instantly better. So for me, street photography was therapy for myself. And if you want more inspiration in street photography, pick up a copy of Street Notes or a photo journal. And get a piece of paper. If you work in an office, just get a piece of printer paper. And if you're bored at work, make sure your boss is not looking. Just start sketching drawings. There's no good art or bad art. It's just expressing your inner soul. And if you look at it and you're like, okay, by making this, I feel better, you've kind of done your job as an artist. So disregard what other people might think. So friend, to wrap this up, the solution to becoming unstuck in life is, first of all, realize that you have the keys to escape. Secondly, don't be a slave to consumerist shit, aka if I give you a homework assignment, so I'll give you a homework assignment. And all my homework assignments are things that I've done in my personal life, which have helped me. They probably won't help you, but they're just fun little homework assignments. First homework assignment. So on your smartphone, you can try this just for a week, okay? Right now, after you're done watching this video, open up your iPhone, your Android, push and hold the Instagram icon on your phone, let go, wait for the little icon to jiggle, uninstall that shit, look for that blue Facebook app with that big F, push and hold that, release, starts jiggling, there's a little X, push that little X button, uninstall Facebook. You see Snapchat, that little white ghost with the bright yellow background, push and hold that, let go, starts jiggling, push the X button, uninstall Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram for your phone just for a week. And just see what happens. The first day or two, it's going to be really hard. It's like having a caffeine withdrawal. Honestly, at this point, I'm at like 5-6 espressos a day. If I go a day without coffee, like, I literally feel like I'm dying. I'm not even joking. And so it's going to be really hard. But just try it for a week. I can guarantee you, you'll be a lot less anxious. You'll stop giving fewer fucks of what other people think of you. And you'll just have more time to create art. So rather than checking Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat during your commute or when you're bored, use your iPhone as a camera to shoot street photography. So just when you're not like fucking looking at that shit, then you could actually look at everything else and then just take photos of other people looking at their phones, you know? Buy a copy of Street Notes, a little handbook, put in your back pocket and just read it on your commute. If you're stuck in a traffic, like hour commute, What I used to like to do is listen to podcasts, which were uplifting. My favorite podcast was this guy named James Altucher. This guy's like this neurotic dude, and I love him because it's so fucking real. James Altucher, James space Altucher, Altucher. James, if you're watching this, you're the man. Or just listen to music. I mean, for me, what I'm currently listening to, Vic Mensa, You Mad featuring Kanye West, that's on loop. Compton by Dr. Dre, his newest album, masterpiece, instant classic. Damn by Kendrick Lamar, another classic. Keys by Jay-Z and DJ Khaled. Yeah, DJ Khaled, this guy's hilarious. And of course, those are just my musical tastes. Just find what are the jams that you like to listen to and just vibe out to those. So friend, know that you got the keys. You got the keys to unlock your inner potential in your heart. And know that you're a part of humanity. You could do this, you and me. Peace out.